TGray and MK, you are now cleared for flight school takeoff.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The blue zone. We have our zones for for how you build your business. As you guys know, the 1st to the 10th of the month is the first zone. That's the white zone. That's massive exposure. That's where you get the word out big. And then you have the blue zone. That's the 11th to the 20th. It's massive sponsoring. And then the last 10 days of the month, the 21st to the 30th or 31st, is massive volume. That's where people are upgrading. And typically in the last 10 days of the month, your business can do more volume than in the first 20 days of the month. But we're in the blue zone now. Today is the 12th. The blue zone started yesterday. What do you do in the blue zone? Well, remember, the blue zone is massive sponsoring. This is where you take all the people that you exposed during the white zone and you get a decision. Write it down, folks. Get a decision. This is where you get a resolution. You see, one of the reasons why people fail, or one of the reason why people don't succeed, is that rookies and amateurs, they will expose, but they don't get a resolution. Right? They just got a lot of people that watch a video, but they don't get to the end of the road, which is a decision, a yes, a no, or a customer, right? In, out, or customer. So the first resolution is the person going to join your team as an ambassador? Do they see the big picture? Do they want to be in the game and spread the word and create financial change for themselves? If that's what they want, fantastic. Let's go ahead and get them enrolled as an ambassador. And during the blue zone, we get them enrolled at whatever level they want to get in. Okay? We always encourage people to see the value of first class. And I always tell people that if they can do first class, that's the only decision they need to make. They don't even need to look at the others. But if they can't do first class, then get in where you fit in, whether that's standby, coach, business class, as long as you do the very best one that you can do, right? So in the blue zone, we get a decision whether or not you're going to be an ambassador. If you don't want to be an ambassador, the next question is, okay, well, let's go ahead and make you a customer. Now, really, that shouldn't be a question, right? Because there's nothing to purchase. There's no transaction that needs to take place to become a customer. So what we should say is, hey, well, you know what? Just for listening to this, just for giving it a look, how about I give you a gift as a thank you and give you your own free travel booking site where you can get where you can access behind the curtain members only discounts, where you can travel better for less, where you can access 4 and 5 star levels of travel and only pay 2 and 3 star prices. It only takes a moment. Let me go ahead and get you set up. And all you have to do is, whenever you're searching for a trip, make sure you search your own site too. Okay? So let's make sure we get everybody as a customer. And then let's also ask for a referral. Hey, I understand that the business part of this is not for you, but hey, we all know some folks that are not happy with their current income level. We all know some folks that are not happy with their job or what they're doing, or they feel like they've maxed out and they still have big dreams and goals. I know you know a couple of people like that. Would you mind connecting me with, at least 2, 3, or 5 people that you know that I could share this incredible opportunity with? And I would be grateful to you if you did that. And I promise not to embarrass you. We don't hound or chase anybody. I'm just going to share with them the same information that I shared with you. And at the end, we'll give them the same choices that you had, either to join us as an ambassador, to be a free customer, and maybe they can give us some referrals too. How does that sound? Fantastic. Get a resolution, folks. Don't run away from it. Face it head on. Get your upline to help you if necessary. Speaking of, that's called a 3-way call, right? 3-way calls. This is where we use 3-way calls. And you know what? We can also do this thing called a 3-way Zoom. You can even do a 3-way Zoom with multiple people. What some of the leaders are doing is they're saying, hey, send out I Decide presentation training, send out links to the Facebook Live presentations. And then when people are kind of in that undecided place, get them on a Zoom with me so I can talk to all of them and share the vision of iboomerang. share with them what the Prib is all about. Give them some additional information that might help them make a decision, right? That's what a three-way call or a three-way Zoom can do. And again, this could be one person, it could be multiple people. Work with your upline coach to determine how that's exactly going to work. But the one thing you don't do is don't just grab a person and dial up your upline coach and try to do a three-way on the spot. That's not fair or respectful to them. Make sure you schedule it. And the best way to schedule it is ask your prospect, ask this person for a couple of different times that work for them, okay? Ask them for a couple of different times. They might say, well, Wednesday at 5 works. Great, give me another time. Okay, well, Thursday at 3. Great, now you can go to your expert and say, which one of these works better for you? And you can eliminate some of the back and forth and the frustration. All right, now, next thing is make sure that when you're setting up those three-way calls, you edify your expert, but don't over-edify your prospect. You know, I personally, it's really frustrating when people call me up and say, man, I got this person. They're so amazing. They've got their doctorate in this and their master's in this, and they've accomplished this and they've accomplished that or whatever. And I'm like, okay, but I'm not trying to get in their business, right? So just, it's okay to say, hey, this is a really professional person and they've done a couple of things and this is what they've done, but don't give us their whole resume or their LinkedIn profile, please. Okay. Instead, what you really want to do is make sure you edify your expert to your prospect, because what you really want is your prospect to have this much respect for your expert by the time you get them on phone or Zoom with them so that they listen and receive what they're saying. Okay. Here are a couple of great words that you may want to use when you're doing this edification. Mr. and Ms. Mr. and Ms. Take your ego, put it to the side. And you know what? If it's Tommy Johnson doing your three ways, it's Mr. Johnson. If it's Amy Seaver doing your three ways, it's Ms. or Mrs. Seaver. Okay. And what that does is it elevates the level of respect for your prospect, talking to your expert. Believe me, that little thing's going to make a difference. Take your ego, put it in a box. You can go get it once you're earning 6 figures a month. All right. Last thing, when the three-way call is happening, when the three-way Zoom is happening, be quiet. Don't interrupt. Don't remind, whatever, because what that does is the minute you do that is you start de-edifying and chipping away at that edification that you gave your expert. If you think you're the kind of person that can't be quiet, put your phone on mute, okay? If you think that you might go through the mute, put some duct tape on your mouth and that will keep you from interrupting. Okay, maybe not the duct tape. I'm being silly, but you guys get the idea. But that's what the Blue Zone is about. We want to go ahead and take all those people who had a chance to see what this is all about, whether they watched an Eye to Side or one of our Zooms, and let's help them make a decision. All right, so that's what we do in the Blue Zone. And folks, let's go ahead and rock it, because you know what? That's just what we do at iboomerang. Boom.